For me, cinema is a bridge, not only between an audience member and what is on screen, the characters, but also between audience members. "12" was that moment where I started to realize that in this society, the body that we are born in comes with a set of rules and expectations for all of us. Although when I was young, I thought I was the only one for who they came that violently. And I was a very uncomfortable child and a very uncomfortable teenager who tried to conform very much to these expectations. So cinema for me was actually what got me through the dark years.
Je veux dormir chez Rémi ce soir.
Tu reviens chez nous un jour?
Peut-être.
We wanted to show things that we hadn't seen when we were 12 and 13, and that we even hadn't seen in our early 30s. I mean, it's hard to find intimacy between two boys on camera or in stories, and I'm definitely not talking about sexualized stories, and I'm not talking about physical violence, because it's much easier to find imagery of two men stabbing each other than two men holding each other. But I think for 12-year-old me and 12-year-old you, I wish I could have seen this film as well. And we feel it when there are screenings for schools and we do Q&As. It resonates there as well.
Est-ce que je peux poser une question? Est-ce que vous êtes ensemble? Non. Sûr et certain.
When we talked with the boys about the script, about masculinity, about friendship, about loss, in the broadest sense of the terms, they said incredibly intelligent things. And in many ways, they shaped the nuances that we then brought in because they do really talk in a very philosophical way, if you allow them, about these very big themes. And I feel like when they go to school, what is very stimulated is the language of the head. And we don't always stimulate the language of the heart enough, I feel. And so they are eager to talk about the language of the heart because they feel they can't do it enough.
Non, tu attends toujours, mais là tu me laisses.
The idea that having that Oscar nomination now will send more people to the cinema is amazing, but the idea that more people afterwards will talk about what we wanted to talk about, that's the real gift. That's the biggest award, that audience members in real life or online will be able to talk about those things that we have talked about for a couple of years. That's just, I still can't wrap my head around it, that is happening all over the world right now.
Thank you for watching Picturehouse Cinema's unique video content. Hit the subscribe button to be kept up to date with our movie news, cast and crew interviews, highlights, trailers, and lots more.